Teamer Explosion is the deck I have been most excited to try from Aetherdrift, building around Sab Sunin Luxa Embodied, a 5-mana 6/6 legendary creature god. She has reach, trample, and indestructible. She cannot attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it, including 0 counters. At the beginning of your first main phase, put a +1 counter on her. Then, if it has an odd number of counters, draw 2 cards. So you slam this on turn 5, or maybe turn 4 if the Cornucopia is out. And then, since you've already passed the first main phase beginning portion, she has 0 counters, which means she can block that first turn. She's an indestructible 5-mana 6/6 blocker. Then the next turn, you put a counter on it. Now she has an odd number of counters, and you draw 2 cards. And then hopefully you draw enough interactive pieces to stave off your attackers. Then the next turn, another counter. Now she's an 8/8 and she can attack with trample indestructible. This card seems sick. I've never played her. You're going to see me play her for the first time ever, but I am really excited to play her. The 4th slot of this legendary creature is going to loot the Pathfinder, also kind of an absurd card. A 5-mana 2/4 with double strike, vigilance, and haste, so immediately gets in for 4 damage, 2 and then 2 again, with vigilance. So if you had more mana left over, again, you could go Cornucopia, turn 5 Pathfinder, and still have 1 mana of any color left open to activate its ability. Pay a green to tap and add 3 mana of any color, so you could cast a Hauntwood straight off of that. Blue and tap to just straight up draw 3 cards, which is pretty absurd, and then red and tap to deal 3 damage to any target and just lightning bolt something. This card seems insane. Like, both of these cards seem super insane, and I'm really excited to try them. We're running them along with Ill-Timed Explosions, so we got a nice sweeper there. There are expensive cards, and we have lots of 5-drops in the deck, so this should be able to sweep all sorts of stuff. And base cases, you can always just draw 2 cards, and then you don't have to discard anything. You may discard 2 cards. So that's always an option. I'm excited. I haven't tried this before, so yeah, let's just dive right in and get to the early access gameplay. We're on the draw with good mana. We have a little bit of interaction. I think it's okay to keep this. Could potentially curve right into Sab Sunin. Fast land here. Okay. The Simulacrum, or whatever that is, that's going to be a little bit difficult for this deck in particular. We'll be able to sweep it 4 times total. But we'll only be able to deal up to, like, what, 5-10 damage? Greatest mana value. Alright, so max, we're going to do 6 damage off the Lock Whale. So it's going to be pretty tough for us. Last fast land. We want double green for the Hauntwoods, I suppose. It's going to be tough. I mean, the question is, how early does he draw the Simulacrum? Mendicant Core. We can easily bounce that with the whale, actually. So that's not so bad here. We can go land Hauntwoods and then bounce this thing, which I think is fine, as long as we leave open blue. Gonna stick there. Bounce the Mendicant. Shouldn't have any combat tricks. Goes to the bottom. 5 mana open. Do they want to flash in anything? We only have 4 mana total here. We could flash in the whale on their turn. I just don't know why they have this much mana open, right? Yeah, I guess we'll just wait to flash in the whale. It's pretty weird. I don't know what they have. It's Urza again. Okay. Well, we don't have too many options about what's going on here. Let's get him for 6. I don't know if he's going to run a sweeper or not. Hopefully Indestructible survives as his Sunfall. We're pretty sad. I mean, he gets all the good stuff. But I guess we'll try it. I mean, if he's running an artifact deck, then I don't know. It's a lot of beef. You can exile one non-land permanent. -10 would destroy all sorts of stuff. Looks like no sweeper, though. Perilous Snare, good exile removal spell. Sabsunin is exiled. We still have a beefy attacking force here. Shelter's a good card. Hauntwood's down. Ow. That is not it. We'll have a blocker on the way back anyway. So we can keep attacking here, because we'll flip the Hauntwoods. We could save the lands at this point for the draw discard. Then you may discard 2 cards. I guess that's not helpful. Mendicant Core Part 2, it's a 5/3. That's it, though. Burst Lightning picks off the Urza. That's pretty good. I guess it's the attack all button, then. So we pick off the artifact. Legendary creature, Human Artificer. If we pick off the spider, we save the Hauntwoods. I don't think that matters. I think we just want to deal 4 damage here. So we do not shrink the Guide Light. In order to do that, we would have had to have picked off the Thrawn Spider, but it's fine. Okay, scry 2. But that should be game, I think. Unless you can craft and return something here. Which I guess you have to do. Get back the spider, maybe? He's touching. What do you craft? I mean, you have to have a blocker here. Oh, the 3-mana blocker gives you actually 2 blockers. That's pretty big. He's just trying to figure out how to do it, I guess. Total mana value X. So he sacks the Snare, gets back to Thrawn Spider, gets 2... I guess 1 synth trigger? Oh, he sacks the synth. Interesting. He doesn't want to give me back Sabsunin. Maybe that's lethal anyway. Okay. Drops to 5. We have the next whale on the way. Pretty happy with our position here. We did not get to show off many of the new cards. Feels like a very classic teamer game. Because our Sabsunin got killed immediately. Or exiled. But that's okay. Sack the Snare. Get back the Spider again? I don't think you can get there. Now what? Another spider. 2 blockers, but we do have lethal. So that is game. Okay, that was okay. I want to see some of the new cards in action, though. We'll try again. 2-lander on the play. We run 24 lands. Oh, man, it's almost suspect. I guess we can try. We have things to do on turn 1 and 2 if they play any creatures. Technically we should play this to open up red. But if we don't hit land, we're going to be totally screwed. It's Rakdos. Probably lizards. Rakdos discard, sure. Zap you. Okay, I'm glad they're playing creatures. It's not a land. It is a beanstalk, though. So we will push for the next land. We gotta get there. It's a land. This is huge. We're in the game now. Could potentially set up for a turn 4 sweep. Depends how much they invest in the board. I'm still afraid of this deck because I haven't seen it pop off yet. I'm already at land for turn. I guess ramping is pretty good here. Like, our hand's okay in general. We could ramp it right into an explosion next turn or something. Cornucopia would be good to reduce some of the life loss. Do nothing the entire turn cycle. Stalactite Stalker. Goblin Rogue. Pay 3, sack it. X's its creature's power. That's pretty interesting. I mean, I think draw a discard to hit land is not that bad. Still hold open mana for other options. I don't know why it wants to... Stop. Blue? Hold on. Why is it doing that? I'm stumped. Sorry about that. Alright, there we go. You're trying to draw this card here. Hopefully an untapped land. No? No untapped land. That's too bad. I think one whale might be able to go here. Okay, slow turn. Let's see how much they punish us here. Next Beanstalk isn't awful, though. Still nothing. Really slow from them. What if they have like a one-turn combo that we don't know about? Descend. I mean, they're trying to cycle and descend, I guess. But their plan's super weird. 4th land. Okay. Ow. Don't have a good answer to that inherently. Five lands here could, I mean, I guess they want to discard a whole bunch of stuff. We could just slam a Hauntwoods against them. It's not that bad. Maybe we'll try to crew this thing and we can kill it. I think I'm just going to hold fires. I mean, I don't really want to get hit in the face for that much. I'm assuming they're going to have us discard some stuff soon. Like Liliana Plus. Next land. Bloodghast. That's kind of an issue long term. They crew the Chariot. We might zap it with the Hauntwoods. With the Fire, sorry, for 5. Let's see, discard. Okay. Then we could sweep after that, although it's not super effective. I think we just kill the Chariot here. For 5. If they can make us discard at instant speed, though, that would actually be a pretty big blowout. I don't know if they can do that. She lets it go. She's thinking about it. We dropped to 15. Alright, at this point, I think we just drop some beef on the battlefield. Explosion's not bad. Just hold fires. The gas just comes back anyway. I don't want to take too much damage, though. I think we win the long game if we just chill. Probably a Hauntwoods could go. And maybe this land as well. Okay, we're at 15. I mean, we have 4 cornucopias. We'll get back the gas, but it doesn't have haste yet. We flipped the first Hauntwoods. I think once we get a Cornucopia down, we should be able to outrun them pretty quick. And our draw power should outrace any discard engines if they do have like Liliana. But yeah, their hand's been super awkward. I guess, yeah, it makes sense to have a lot of removal in hand, because they played a 1-drop with like 2 mana open and just sat there for quite a long time. Next Bloodghast. And we don't really need to kill this thing, honestly. We can just play some bigger creatures. Last card could still be removal, though. I think we can play a Hauntwoods here. Potentially hold up in the whale. Double draws is good. Once we hit Cornucopia, I do think we'll walk away in this game. Alright, let's just chill. Second Flood Pits, flipped. Minus X this creature's power. They gotta be trying to pump that thing up somehow. Another Bloodghast, okay. This thing can't block either. I guess we can just zap the Stalker. We almost have lethal, really. It's a whole lot of land. Okay. Probably a fast lane can go at this point. Hold open 5 for Beanstalk plus Whale. Kind of a non-game. We did not hit any of the new cards either. Yeah, I guess I just had a Bitter Triumph sitting in hand for a while and a really slow start. On the draw, this is a really nice opening hand. Especially versus anyone playing creatures. Red Goblins. Might be the same deck we saw earlier. Hopefully they don't play like Monstrous Rage. They can dodge the Burst Lightning. 1 mana, 2/1 Goblin. That's a good rate. Okay. Mishra's Command! Wait. Mishra's Command? We gotta read what that card does. Does it have a lot of, What does that card do? Plus, discard up to X cards. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll still Fires here. They can either Cornucopia or Overlord. But, both do pretty similar things. I think Gaining Life could be good against them, though. Like, hopefully this nets us the win in the long term anyway. So we can Ill-Timed Explosion next turn, and maybe sack the other Ill-Timed Explosion and keep the Hauntwoods, something like that. Depends how much they deploy here. Okay. Probably nothing else for blue, unless they have the Siren as well. Discard. Trigger. Question is, can they discard a blue at instant speed to get up to 4? I think we should have a clean sweep here just by sacking the other Ill-Timed Explosion. Yeah, now we can definitely get rid of one of them. I like Subsunin. Flyer could be nice. Home is very good too. I think we'll keep the other sweeper. Like, we could run that back next turn very easily. I mean, our hand is stacked. I think we just dropped Sabsun in here. We're pretty damn good. Like, can you beat this card? We'll just draw an extra card every turn for the rest of the game. And it's indestructible. I don't think you can beat that, and is it? We can also sweep here for 5. Which I think we'll do, just to eliminate potential sources of failure. That's so good, dude. What the heck? I mean, we'll just ill-time explosion here. We just need anything with mana value 2. Yeah, I guess the cornucopia and a land is fine. And then, I mean, that's roughly game right there. Like, there's just not much else that can be done. Fast lane can go. 5 mana, 7/7 indestructible. Draw an extra card every turn. Let's see. Enemies draw 2, then discard 2 cards. Just unless you discard an instant or sorcery. Unless they have a bounce spell, like they just can't beat this card. Now we get to loot as well, which is also very cool. We're about to get 3 life off the cornucopia. Like what? That's crazy. Can only do 1 of these per turn, I guess. I would take the draw, but we don't even need the draw. Like, I think we'll just bolt this thing, I guess. It really doesn't matter. I mean, the game's for sure over. Can exhaust to deal 3 damage to any target. Is exhaust sorcery speed? Doesn't say sorcery. Hopefully we can do it on their turn. I think this deck's strong. I want to see Sabsunin more in action. That's interesting. But, I mean, loot's good too, and loot with the cornucopia is insane. Like, gain 3 life is really good. On the play, it's kind of okay. Red and blue. We need 1 more land here. And it kind of has to be blue to get the flip pits going. That's not good. That's really quite bad, actually. Whew. Never didn't have it. Alright, we gotta win real quick. They want to turn 4 Jace into turn 6 Monument. So we need to be as aggressive as humanly possible here. I don't think we need fire. Fires could kill Jace. So could Burst Lightning, though. I think we need as little removal as possible and as much pressure as possible. Like, we might just Burst Lightning their face here for 2. At least one of them can go. Another land is good. But it's not everything. Okay. Yeah, there's one of the Jaces. It's nice that it's down there. Tap land. We could Burst Lightning face. I guess we won't. But we could. It's another fast land. Really slow start for us. Great against creature decks. We have all the interaction in the world, and we're doing a whole lot of nothing. But we got loot coming. Or the Sabsunin. And the Flood Pits is coming as well. Mill 2 more cards. They played Devious Cover-Up. Hopefully Sabsunin's pretty good against that. We don't know if they're on counter spells. Would make sense if they're trying to hold up a mana every turn to mill us. Third path. What do we got in there? Mill us. Beanstalk. Okay. We could loot here. And then what? Deal 3 damage to any target? I mean, it does put on pressure. It also dies to the sweeper, though. It's 7 damage in 1 turn, which is moving in the right direction. I mean, we really want to keep it in more land here, I guess. We'll see if they run counter spells. I don't know. Okay, that's not that bad. We still might burn a Burst Lightning to face. Like, we have to get from 20 to 0 somewhat quickly. 9 cards in graveyard. Flip it. That'll draw cards every turn. But this turn we slam loot. Alright, they go for the Destroy All Sweeper. Did I not cast it? You may cast the copy. Okay, so they don't have to here. There's the first Jace. Let's see how much they minus it by. Are they going to -5 us? I guess they got the next one lined up then. Yeah, alright. I mean, we better win soon then. They're going to win, like, next turn. For sure. They're definitely winning next turn. We have to kill them right here, which is almost impossible. So we have 11 damage. Drop them to 7. What about with loot? Can we hit the untapped land? We could. It's really close. I mean, we have to basically push here and hope they just have nothing. It's a lot of damage. I mean, we definitely don't need to draw any more cards. I guess Sabsunin could not attack that turn? Because he took the draw instead. Yeah, okay. Down to 9. I mean, I think we lose here. Make 3 green mana. We can deal 4 damage. That's it. So I think they got us. Right? We got 16 cards in library. Is that it? Wow, that went really quick. Can I kick this? 3 green. Oh, you have to pay a green. Ah, I see. Okay, okay. Alright, my bad. Almost got there. If they were at 4 on upkeep, we could have Burst Lightning, I guess. Yeah, that's a little slow. I mean, that'll be a tough matchup for us. On the play, we need 1 more land. I might up the land count from 24 to 25. I think that would be good, actually. We could even go to 26 and cut 2 cornucopias, but I do like the cornucopia quite a bit. All right, let's draw some land. Whew. Never didn't have it. Abzan. Gosh. Do you kill this thing? Ramping them? I mean, what are we going to do this turn? No, we can explosion it if we really want to. Can the Hauntwoods ramp or Cornucopia ramp? We don't seem to need a life yet. I think we're just Cornucopia, or sorry, Hauntwoods ramp here. Eventually you can flip it into a threat. Sheldred. Well, yeah, we'll definitely draw first. And then we'll eat a good amount of damage. Unless we just want to fires it. If we fires it, we actually can't Cornucopia first. So if we want to do this right, we actually have to explosion here. Means we'll take a good chunk of damage. We have to discard a something with 5 mana. So like one of you and maybe one of the fires? Fires is one of the only ways to deal with Sheldred though. I want to keep the land. I like the Sabsunin against them too. I like the Cornucopia also. Yeah, I guess we can bin 1 fires. Okay, everyone is swept. We do hit our land drop for turn though, which is exciting. We're down to 13. We have the Cornucopia on the way. Oh boy. It's that deck. Okay. I think we're just firesing here. For 3? Is fine with me. I don't think I want to give him any ramp. Let's just end this now. They scoop! What the heck? We didn't even get to do the Sabsunin thing. Okay. On the draw, we got Cornucopia into Ill-Timed Explosion, into Loot. Boros. Oh man, that gives me PTSD immediately. But there shouldn't be any mice here. You don't have to be afraid, right? Everything's gonna be okay. Their stick, though. So they got a little Burst Lightning in hand or something. Okay. It's okay. They're playing Boros Chariot. This deck could be good. I have no idea. Let's see if they have the 2-drop. No, I think both the 2-drops they want. Oh, Reanimator too. Okay, so it's Boros Reanimator? Collector's Vault. That's interesting. We got nothing to do on 2. Against Reanimator, like, the 7/7 has to die to fires. We need, like, an absurd number of cards in hand. I guess we'll get the first Hauntwood's threat down. But Explosion's not going to be very good. It might just be a raw draw too. Which is totally fine too. Whale will be huge. That may be our only saving grace. Fire's Victory may or may not be good, depending if we hit like a Beanstalk and we can keep 7 cards in hand. Let's see. When it enters, able to target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Luckily, we don't have either of those. Okay. Slamming Loot is okay, but if they reanimate the thing, they just exile it until this vehicle leaves the battlefield. We don't have a good way to deal with that. So what's really the most important thing to do here? Cornucopia for 3 is okay. Loot unprotected is not great. I'd love to hit the draw 3. I think it's just the Cornucopia do nothing. The Brood Wagon, cycling 2. Oh no, they're gonna do the thing where they pay like 6 or 7 and bring back every artifact. Oh, we're dead. There's nothing we can do about that. We might even lose this very turn. Oh, there's nothing we can do about that. We're dead here. It's like 7 mana. It's like Mad Max style. Okay, so if we're gonna win, like, it has to be now. Loot definitely gets in for some damage, I guess. I don't know about the draw 3. I think we're just gonna hit him for 3, right? We also flash on the Whale for 6. I mean, technically Loot adds up more value if we can get multiple triggers off. But the moment they reanimate every vehicle, we lose the game. First strike damage, then we start tapping stuff. Post first strike damage, we're like, maybe we have instant speed interaction. Let's not take the second half of that damage. Cycle this thing again. I mean, they're looking for that reanimator. We're going to be annihilated pretty soon. Down to 15. We'll hold here. We could zap him for 3. Or just take the draw. The problem is the draw, like... I know they're going to have it. No, they don't have it yet still. Or they're just going for a crazy 4, 5, 6. They can still do it this turn. Yeah, I knew they had it. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Destroy target non-land permanents. Opponents with mana value 4 or less. So it's 7 mana, which is very expensive. This is fine. You can resolve all here. I don't think we're going to come out of this one alive. And some of these cycles, 1 mana cycling, that's actually quite good. I guess the question is, how do you survive against mono red? But this is not a terrible deck. Like, push limit is win on the spot, and there are very few counter spells in standard, so I don't hate this deck. On the draw with Beanstalk. Yeah, seems very keepable. 3 lands is nice. Yeah, I think I'm glad I bumped it up to 26 land. Elves. Fast land. Pretend to have burst lightning, if we can. Ooh, right into the dinosaur. I wonder if they're doing the same deck I was doing my first day. Well, I guess we have to fires this turn. Because they could go turn 3 Aether Spark, I guess. No, not this turn. Alright, here is 6 damage. There's no stick at all. Let's see what else they got. It's another elf, it's another dinosaur. That's huge. Avatar is fine. We have all our colors otherwise. It's either Beanstalk or Hauntwoods here. If we top deck the land, it's really good. So I think we'll go for it. We go right into the first Sabsunin. And Indestructible blocks every single dino. Two to the face. That's not a good sign for them. We don't hit the land. We could be greedy, but let's take the most number of draws here first. We can play Beanstalk after the fact. Like, in order to win, we just need land, basically. We can bin one of the Sabsunins. Okay. Still no pressure for them. I think the moment we get an indestructible creature, we should be good. Alright, here comes some damage. Does this thing have Menace? No. It does hit hard, though. Drop to 10. I think it's just Sabsunin here. Loot is interesting. We could make 3 more mana. Or like... Nah, we can't kill that thing. I think it's just you. No time for Beanstalk. But this thing has Indestructible and can block this first turn. And then hopefully next turn we have enough time to like Beanstalk and Pathfinder and zap something. We don't really get to see these cards pop off. Like, once they come down, I think that's a good sign. We've seen a lot of scooping to Sabsunin, I think. Alright, so let's do a little post-game wrap-up. I honestly want to play a whole bunch more because I'm having fun with this deck. And we're not really getting that many games. We just get to see the Sabsunin just sit there and pop off, which I'm a little disappointed by. But I think it's a good sign that often when she comes down, the opponent scoops. And I had a lot of fun, which may be the most important thing. Like, I could play this deck for a long time. I think it will be good in standard. I mean, the base is already quite solid. I like the Cornucopia. I like the Cornucopia into gaining 3 life off the Pathfinder, or the 2 life off the Sabsunin, or the 2 life off the Ill-Timed Explosion. I started the day with 24 land, and I think running 26 is good because you have to hit your 3rd land on time every game, no matter what. Either take your Cornucopia into your 5-drop, or like get one of your Overlords going. Like, I think it's very important. So I'm happy to run 26 land. And we can always discard the extras to like the Flood Pits or the Ill-Timed Explosion or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think Sabsunin should be a very good card. It's hard to see it in play. I mean, it's going to die to Sunfall, and it will sometimes get picked off by Shelter by Ghosts, but hopefully we can zap the underlying creature without too much trouble. I think loot is good. Again, I haven't managed to see it pop off because people scoop, but pay a blue to draw 3 is extremely strong. So I want to play with this deck more. I have to move on because I have limited time in the early access event, but I had a lot of fun with it. I think roughly here is what I would keep. Yeah, I liked it. All right, like and subscribe. Leave what comments you have about this deck or other team or variations you might do. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.